Excuse my French, but what a f***ing pain. Where are you, mister? Okay, that's tight. Welcome back to Dev's Autos. This is my cousin's 1.6 Petrol Vauxhall Zafira, 2013 model, and I'm here today to change the oxygen sensor. This is the Bank 1 sensor 2 oxygen sensor. They're actually both the same, so you can fit either one. Whilst I was here, I was just having a look and I noticed that there's a nasty leak from the rocker cover here, rocker cover gasket. Alternator belt or auxiliary belt needs changing. That's very worn. I'm sure when if I was to take that off, that'd be very cracked. The inspection light is on and the coolant is very, very low. You can just about see a little bit in there now. So what I'm going to do is check the oil level. But whilst I was down here as well, I also noticed a leak coming from a bit further down. Now this could be from the rocker cover gasket, or it could be the oil filter housing has not been tightened up enough. So what I was going to do is just give that a snug up and just see if that's tight enough. Let's do that now. Yeah, definitely not from the oil filter housing. That's got to be from the rocker cover, so that does need replacing. I'll advise that to my cousin. So one thing that I do want to do is check the oil level, because there is a nasty oil leak. As you can see, there's the dipstick. I'm just going to wipe it off. So it should be between this line up here and this line down here. See these crisscross patterned lines? That would be min and max, so we just pop it in. The vehicle has been off for about 10 minutes, and as you can see, we are halfway to max. Yeah, halfway, so it definitely needs a bit of oil, so I'll chuck some in. We also want to put a bit of coolant in the coolant reservoir. Now be careful, because obviously these are pressurized, and as you can hear, it's hissing. You don't want this to explode. It'll be very hot and it'll burn you. Very cold today. Let's have a look in there. It's not looking too hot, is it? Bloody hell, what is that? Jeez, man. Okay, that is not looking good. Engine runs okay, so I'm not suspecting any head gasket issues, but let's get some coolant in there and top it up. That's where the line should be, to this line here. I've got my funnel set up. Let's get a little bit in there. This is concentrate, so you do need to mix it with water. Deiodonised water. You don't want to use normal tap water, because it has limescale and other chemicals in it that could potentially damage your coolant system. So just chuck some of this in there. I'm going to get my light on the side. That helps to see where the level's at. Yeah, that's fine. Right, so we're just going to drive the vehicle up onto the ramp so that we can look at the O2 sensor. And it doesn't get any better under here. What the hell is that? It's the catalytic converter. Just trying to have a look around, look at all the oil under the sump as well. Oh my god, man. It's definitely coming from where the oil filter's right there, as you can see at the top. And it's leaking down here quite badly. Can't really see the downstream oxygen sensor. That's something that I'm going to need to find. Oh my god, man. The whole sump is just... this all needs to be cleaned, and then I need to find the location, but I'm pretty sure it's coming from the rocker cover. So as you can see, this is the upstream Bank 1 sensor 1 oxygen sensor that plugs in right here. And if you want to find the second one, it's a little bit further back. I'll show you right now. So I'm getting under the car, so there's the sump. And just going a little bit further back, got this flexi pipe. And then you've got the downstream sensor right there, and that does look very rusty, so I'm hoping it doesn't give you too much trouble. So there's the downstream sensor right there that we need to unplug and plug the new one into. So fingers crossed that comes out with no issues, but I'm going to spray it up with some WD-40. There's not a lot of space under it, because I had to use my low profile plastic ramps. Anywho, give that a little soak. So this is the oxygen sensor in question, and what we'll do is just get a spanner on this and try and find the size. So we take the bigger kit out, but where are you, mister? I'm pretty sure, because my garage is a mess. Is it here? These are all, this kit got soaked in oil, so it's another O2 sensor tool from Drake. I think I've used that once. I don't see it. It'll be here somewhere. Where, I do not know. As you can see, 22mm fits right on there nicely, so I'm going to try and get this spanner underneath there and try and get it off. Assortment of zip ties. These are for the cable, because this cable is actually longer than the factory one. That factory one didn't look as long. So also what I do have, if that does get really tight, is this assortment of removal tools. So with this we might be able to get that on there, or ratchet, and then get it off. Very cool. Right, so I'm going to pop you guys there. I'm going to go on this side here because it looks like there's more room, and I'm going to try and remove it. Yeah, there's a lot more space there. Okay. Okay, that's tight. I'm going to get a tool on there because that's not going to come off easy. Let's see if we can do it with this. Don't know if I'm going to have enough room, but very tight. There's not a lot of space either, so it's very awkward. But I've got my long torque wrench. Okay, that just slipped on it, so I don't like that at all. Try with this one. This is another 22mm, just a different type. No, does not want to come now. Try again with this. I think this is the only hope that we've got of getting this out. These are often very stuck, so you're literally just battling with it. There's not much you can do about it. Sorry if I'm in the way as well. No man, slip in. Excuse my French, but what a f***ing pain. And what I had to do was take these 3 bolts off the exhaust, off the for the flexi pipe going into the catalytic converter, which gave me enough room to get my gun up there. I then put a 22mm O2 sensor socket on there, which has the cutout for the cable, which you can see on that side hopefully. I then put a Jubilee clip on the bottom to stop it from stripping the thread, and then the impact gun started taking it out. Thank God for that. See, this is what I did. So Jubilee clip at the base just to hold it tight to the thread, to the head on the O2 sensor. As you can see, we were bashing it up, but yeah, and that managed to get it out. Amazing. I'm really sorry to cut this one short, but I finished that job. Anyway, from the last video, as you can see, I had to use a Jubilee clip. I had to drop the exhaust, which was just 3 bolts. It was 2 1 12mm and 2 13mm nuts, and then once I got that loose I was able to wiggle the exhaust enough to get my impact gun in there. And like I say, I used the 22mm O2 sensor on the O2 sensor itself, and then used the Jubilee clip just to make sure it didn't slip. I saw that tip on TikTok actually, which worked very well. It came off, I put the new one on, I just cable tied it up and then plugged it in, and that's it. And when you're doing them up, you don't need to do them too tight. But yeah, sorry for the crap recording. I was in a bit of a hurry. I was looking for the O2 sensor the downstream O2 sensor, which is usually right after the catalytic converter. It's actually further down, so past the flexi pipe, almost midway through the car. But yeah, they are usually very stuck, and as you can see there, I had a lot of trouble getting that out, and eventually I ended up with that method. What I would have done otherwise, I probably would have just cut the cable, got a deep socket on there, and then just got it off like that. But yeah, it worked all right. So hope this helps someone out if you get stuck on yours. They are a pain, but keep persevering. You always get jobs like this, and then you think halfway through that you're just going to give up, and then you persevere and you keep going, and it works out. If you did like this video, then please give it a like. Comment down below if you've got any questions or suggestions, and make sure you subscribe to the channel as well, because I'll be posting a lot more videos like this in the future. Weather's going to get a bit better, so it's going to be a lot more nicer to work outside. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.